Hi all, this is my video number 13. Yep, number 13. And in this video I'll talk on break and continue statement. Yeah, break and continue statement. Break and continue statement. So where do we use break and how to use break as well as continue? Okay, so in C we use break normally to exit from a loop. Okay, we have a loop. You have three type of loop if you still remember. We have while, we have do while, and we have for. So inside those loops we can force this C to exit from that loops by putting the certain condition with break. If that condition satisfied, yeah, then it goes out of that loop. So we force the C to go out from the loops. Okay, so look at your notes. Okay, this is the general situation or general how do we use the break in the loop. Okay, so in this case, in the case of while loops, we have while, we have condition here. Okay, and then the braces for while, which means if that condition is true, then this set of statement will be executed. So inside here we have a condition here. If certain conditions satisfy, then break. It means that when the C compiler meets this statement, this line break, it will go out of that loops. Okay, exit that loop. So instead of doing the next, so it just jump out of that loop. So this is the loop, braces for loop. Yeah, so it goes out of that. So that's in while loops. In do while, it's just the same thing. Yeah, we have do. So inside there you have a condition. All right, then break. If this condition is satisfied, so the following statement here will not be executed. Instead, it will exit the loop. So exit the loop is here. You can see this is outside the do while loops that break. So in same thing with for loops here. This is example. For we have condition here. Is you have to remember for we have three argument here. First is the initial value, second is the condition, and the third is the increment. So that's for the argument for the for statement. Then this is the braces for for. So inside those braces, if certain conditions satisfy, then we force the C to exit from the do loops. So it just go out of the do loops. Okay, and then this is another for. If you have a nested for, it's same thing here. Nested for. This is for this braces for the outer for. This braces for the inner for. Okay, if you place the condition and break inside the inner for, when the compiler meets this break statement, then we force the inner loop to go out from that. You see, and then it's continue with the outer loop. You understand? Okay, so this break will force the loop goes one loop after. Yeah, so this is the inner, and then we saw the break, then it goes out from the inner loop. Yeah, those break will force the C exit from the inner loop. All right, So having done those, let's see some example. Then I want you to look carefully how do I read those examples and to find the output. Okay, look at this example. This example, what do we do here? So consider the following segment of the program. We have print enter one value between 0 and 8. Okay, and then scan that number. So we scan through the keyboard here. Scan F, D and integer, and we have this. Okay, for I less than 8, I plus plus. If I equal to number, break, else print number, and then out. So look, how do we read this example? So we need two variables here. We need number and we need I. Okay, so look at this example. So we need number and we need I. So number is here and I is here. Okay, first thing, what the this program say, enter the number. So you can, I don't want to give a big number. Let's say just put 3. Let's say I choose 3. You can choose any number because this is you input through the keyboard. Okay, and then we have 4 statement here. We give the value I equal to 1. So we give the value I equal to 1. Okay, next what to do, and then we check if I less than 8. Yes, less than 8. Then we do this. If I equal to number, I is 1, is equal to number, no, it's not equal, then yes, break. Okay, so break, where does it go? It goes out of that loops. There is a loops. This is the end of it. So just print this, exit the loop when number is I. Okay, so just exit the loop. That's it. What is it? Exit the loop when the number is I. So exit, just written there, exit, written that statement, exit blah 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 when number is I is 1. Okay, no, I think I read it wrongly. Sorry, I did it wrongly. Let's do it again. So we enter the number, I put it 3. So for I equal to 1, which is I less than 8, which is true. If I equal to number, of course this is I not equal to number, because I is 1, number we choose 3, right? So I is not equal to number. So the C will not do that part, else we print that one, print number. So print number, we print, our number is 3, so this is the printed one, number 3. Okay, this is the printed one, so number 3. And then what next? So what's next? This is end of the for loops. Then we increase I. Okay, increase I. So I think I put it here, a number I, and this is the printed value. So first round we print 3 number. Okay, and then we increase I is 2. So what happened? Is 2 less than number? No. Then print that number again. Okay, print the number is 3. Okay, and then print number. Then end of for loops, increase 1, we increase I 1, so now I is 3. Then it goes to here, 3 equal to 3, yes, then it force the break, exit from the loop, so it goes here. So next is print exit blah blah blah, I which is 3. Okay, that's a printer. Exit blah blah blah. I is 3. So this is if you put number equal to 3. If you put let's say 5, then see what happen. 6, see what happen. Okay, and this is another example. We want to print the prime numbers between 1 and 100. Between 1 and 100. Look carefully. This one is maybe not that easy. A little bit complicated. Let's see. So you can see how many variables we have. First thing, look at the variable. We have I, j. What else? Then we need square root I. And then we need print I. Okay, so I can write down those things. Let me put it here. We need ij, and square root of I, and then we need print what? Print I. Yeah. The printed I. Printed value of I. Okay, we need those things. Now, let's read this program. Okay, so main we integer ij prints. So prints 2. Okay, we print 2. So the printed here, this is not I, but the on your screen when we execute the program, it prints I. I put it a little bit outside of those. So prints 2, that things. Yeah, reprints. This is not the value of I, just prints number 2. Now we go to the loops. So what this say? If I equal to 3, now print give the initial value I 3. Okay, with that I equal to 3, then we check I less than 20, which is correct. Then we go to the inner loop, because that one is correct. Then we go to inner loop. So I is equal to 3. So the initial value of I is 3. So I can put here I equal to 3. That's the initial the printing value. Then I equal to 3. I put it here. Okay. Then you go line by line, and then this is true. Go to the next loop. For j loop, j equal to 2. So we give the initial value to j equal to 2. Now initial value to j is 2. Okay. Then we check j less than I, which is true. Because our value I is 3. So 2 less than 3, that's correct. Then if I divide by j, so our I is 3 divided by j equal to 3, which is not true. Alright, this one is not true. So what happens if it's not true? Then we not do the break. Instead, it comes to the next if. Okay, in this next if, what we do? We do check if j greater than square root I. So we need square root I. So square root I here is square root 3. Square root 3. If j greater than square root I, which is true, right? Because this is I think 1 point something, right? So this is true. So if it's true, j greater than square root I. If it's true, then we do this. Prints the value of I. So we print the value of I. Yeah, go line by line. Print the value of I. So we print I. Here this is the printed I. So the value of I is 3. So we print 3 there. Okay. Then what's next? The C we meet with that break statement. So break statement, we go out from the inner loop. So this is the inner loop from there to here. That's the inner loop. We found this break, then it goes out to the for loops. Okay, go out from or exit from the inner loop, you go to the outer loop. Outer loop here, j. Now j, the initial value is 3. We increase 1. Okay, we increase 1 and check. So the value of I now 4. The value of I now 4. That's 4. Okay, so then do the checking. 4 less than 20, that's correct. Then give the value. Next, j equal to 2. Okay, j equal to 2. We give the new value to j. The previous one gone. Okay, now j equal to 2. Reassign. Now j equal to 2. Now what happened? J equal to 2, j less than 4, that's correct. Then if I divide by 4 equal to 1, so which means 4 divided by 2 equal to 0. This is true. Yeah, because I is 4, j is 2, so those we got true. Is equal to 4. Equal to 0. Sorry, this is not divide, this is mod. Yeah, this is mod. I mod j, which is 0. Then break, you know what mod is? I need to write somewhere, just a minute. I mod j. Yeah. So which means I divide by j, what's the balance of that? Okay, balance of that. If, for example, if 3 mod 2, this is 1. Okay, 2 mod 2, this is 0, and so on. 4 mod 2 is 0. Alright. Okay, now come back to here. So we have 4 divided by 0, which is true. Then break. Break. This break statement, we force the C to exit the most to the inner to the respective 4 loops. Here, this is the respective 4 loop. It break from that and just jump to the next loop, which is I. So now we increase I by 1. So I, instead of 4 plus 1, we have 5. So I 5. Alright. Then I is equal to 5. Now we reassign the value for j. J is 2. J is 2. Then j is 2. What else? J equal to 2. Then if j mod, so 5 mod 2 equal to 0. No. So 5 mod 2 is equal to 1. So that statement is not true. Then it goes to the next statement. If j greater than square root I. So we need j greater than square root I. What is square root I? Square root 5. So we need square root 5 here. J greater than square root 5, which is not true, isn't it? This is 2 point something, so this is not true. So what happened? If j is greater than square root I, which is not true, then it go out from the if statement. This is for the, this braces for the if statement. Go out from that if statement, then it goes to the, we are still in the inner loop. So it goes to the inner loop, which is j. We increase j1. Now j equal to 3. Now j equal to 3. Then we need c square root I. Our square root I is 5. Then we do the check. Here you can check, because now j equal to 3. So 5 mod 3 equal to 0. No. Then we go next. J greater than square root 5. So 5 greater than square root I. Square root I is 5. So is that true? That's true, right? 3 greater than square root 5. 3 square, so square root 5 is 2 point something. So this is true. Then when it's true, print the value of I. Okay, print the, so the printed value now. So the printed value is, no, is 5. Okay, next. It goes out from that loop, it's enter the next for loop. I5 plus 1, so now 6. So we have I is 6. And then we reassign the value j. J is 2. Now j is 2. Right? Then we check the condition for j less than I. Our I is 6. That's true. And then if I mod j, I is 6 mod 2, which is 0. This is true. Break. Break, it goes out. Exit from inner loop, it goes to outer loop. We add I, another one. So I, now we have 7. Okay, with I7, I less than 20, so 7 less than 20, that's correct. Then we assign the value j, which is 2. Our j is 2. Then check whether j less than I, j less than I, which is true. 2 less than 7. And then we come here, I mod j, which is 1, so this is not true. Then check the square root of I, j greater than square root of I. The square root of I is 7. So this is not true because 2 is not greater than 7. So if it's not true, you jump out from that loop statement and it counter the braces for 4. It goes up, increase j by 1. So now j value is 3. Okay, so from there, j, and do the checking, j less than I. Our j is 3 less than 7, this is true. Then we do the check. First check is I, so j mod 3, 7 mod 3, which is not 0. Then it goes to the next statement, j, which is 3, greater than square root I. So square root I is 7 here, which is true. Yeah, j greater than square root I, which is true. So look at that. So j, our j is 3 greater than square root 7. That's true. When it's true, we print the value I. Print the value, okay. So the value I here is 7. So here we print 7. Here is 7. Okay. And then what happened? Then encounter the break statement, exit the loop, the inner loop, then increase I. Now I instead of 7 now become 8. And the process continue. Yeah, the process continue. So you just continue all those process until you got the list of prime number 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19 before less than 20. So try to work out that. Okay, so that's the end of the break statement. Now I'll go to the continue statement. Yeah, continue statement. So this is a bit contradict with the break statement. In the break statement, we force the C to go out of the loop, whereas for the continue statement, we force the C to continue the loop. Okay. So in this this is the general situation or general form of we have continue inside the do loop. So in while, inside the while loop, we have if the condition is satisfied, then if you write continue, we will not do the rest. We will not do the rest. Instead, it just go to the while, means the next condition will be tested. Okay, the next condition will be tested. So the same thing with do while. Now this is the loop for do. Then we have a statement there, we have if, and we have those statement. So you can see here when this condition satisfied, all right, then continue. Those continue will force the C to do the next test. Yeah, the next test. So what happened? So you will not do the rest of it. You just jump and do the test and do the loop again, and so on. Same thing with the what is it? This is for 4. Yeah, for 4 we have loops here. Then this segment, you just go to the next increment. If I equal to 1 here, all right, continue, then I equal to 2 without doing the rest of the segment in the for loops. So that's the continue. This is example. I think this is not difficult to read. You can do that. So just do as I did just now. We need x. Then we need to print the value of x, and then x mod 2. So x mod 2, you need to write down what is x mod 2. If x mod 2 continue, then I think this is something wrong. If x mod 2 equal to 0, all right, I think if x mod 2 equal to 0, if equal to 0, continue, is not print that part. No, this should be x mod 2 different than 0. Please change this. Not equal to 0. So this is not equal to 0. So I put it here. If x 2 not equal to 0, I think this one, right? Not equal to 0. Then continue. Continue. Yeah. Because here we only have one single statement only. So if this statement is true, then continue. Then if not, then print. So if not means that x mod 2 equal to 0, then print x. So in this case, we print the even value. So you can see when x is 0, 0 mod 2 is 0, print that one. If x equal to 1, 1 mod 2 is 1, which is not 0, continue. Then increase 1, x equal to 2, 2 mod 0 is 0, then it's not continue. Instead, it's come to here, print x, which is print 2, and the process continue until x less than 2. Okay, so there I have covered the break and as well as continue. There's some exercise for you to do. So analyze each of the program segment and determine how many times the body of each loop executed. I think you can do this. It's not difficult. About that part, this part here is okay. That part is also okay. Here, find the error in each of the following loop segment. Assume that all the variables have been declared and assigned value. So I think you can do this. Then what's next? The rest do the exercise. Do it as an exercise. All right. Write a program. Then you write program. You do what? Write the program. So you just do this. All right. In this case, write a C program to print out the following sequence of values using for loop. So we have 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. This is interesting. So you need to find what is the n terms. Yeah. You need to find the n terms. Just arithmetic series. It's not difficult. As well as that one. This is just arithmetic series. Then you can find what is the formula for that. Then print out. All right. So with those break and continue statement, I end up with this video. So remember that for the break statement, we force the C to exit the do loops, whereas for the continue statement, we force the C to continue the loop without doing the rest of the statement. Alright, so with that, I thank you. Bye bye.